What's up YouTube? I'm Zero Zeus and welcome back to another Boruto video. So this is going to be my Boruto episode 129 review. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and let's get right into the video. Um, Definitely a lot to talk about in this episode. Not so much like action and stuff, but we got a little peek at what was going on, and we actually get to see like what you see on the screen. These two characters here interact, and it's just like really funny and exactly what you would expect from the situation, right? When the episode starts off, right, it picks up where the last episode left off, and they've just made it to the leaf of the past, right? They just made it to the leaf, and they're basically realizing that there's not the same amount of faces of Hokage faces as it was in the leaf that Boruto and Sasuke are originally from now. And um, they start to talk to, I think it's Karasuki, um, the noble device, and the turtle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I just was like, let me just pay attention a little bit more and just figure out what this guy's name is. It just so like, cause it's weird. I hate to just be like the turtle, but you know, um, he's basically telling him the plot and the real reason behind Yurishiki going to that dimension that he went to, and the reason why he was getting this device and using it, and why he was going back in time. And basically, what's going on is you hear Sasuke keep repeating how Yurishiki talked about how he was going to drain the fox's chakra, right? And it's funny because he was writing a leaf and he didn't decide to do it, right? He went after the artifact. And basically what Yurishiki had, and I'm just gonna say this too, this makes him like really dark. This makes Yurishiki really dark. Instead of going after Hokage Naruto, right? He decides that he wants to go after young Naruto. He'll go back to find a younger Naruto and take advantage of the situation. And don't get me wrong, it is definitely smart on Yuroshiki's, like on his terms. It is really smart for him to go back in time instead of trying to approach him in the middle of the village, with all the most powerful leaf shinobi, and especially being Naruto is there himself, and Sasuke just so happens to be in the village at the same time, right? Um, so basically, they're just figuring out what's going on. And like I said before, that was like it was dark, but it was a really smart plan on Yoroshiki's behalf. It's like he's really like, I don't know, just I don't know. I love Yoroshiki. Um, so basically, you have Karasuki, right? And he's telling them, basically giving them the rundown of time travel, and you're from the future. Don't interact with too many people that you know, and don't tell anybody you're from the future, obviously, and stuff like that. And so we have this moment where Boruto and Sasuke, they're all disguised and stuff. They take off their headbands. They're not trying to look like shinobi and stuff like that. And the first person they see is Sakura, right? Um, and Boruto immediately goes, run up to her, and he's like about to ask her a question. I don't think he was gonna tell her who he was, but he was gonna ask her where his dad was at, right? Um, and Sasuke like chokes him up a little bit. He's like, no, 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 we can't interact with them that deep. And it's like, I don't know. Boruto just sees it as really boring that we're here in the leaf and we're not really gonna try to, like, I don't know, like, see what's going on and see how it used to be from these eyes that they have now, right? um so the Sakura situation happens, Jiraiya and Naruto. It's funny because after they get finished explaining, talking again, and Boruto gets a little scolding. Out of the blue, they go walking out of the alley. I think it's an alley. I can't really remember like that. But and Boruto and Naruto just clash together, which is just like hilarious, right? The two are on the ground. They look at each other, and they're like fussing at each other and stuff like that. It's just like, it's funny because everything in this episode was like pure classic Naruto. They really attacked that nostalgia factor, right? Like the music and everything. Don't get me wrong, the art's a little different, but hey. Um, so basically, you have them in the midst of Boruto and Naruto. Naruto is running from somebody, right? And as they're talking to him and they're trying to figure out what's going on because they just ran into each other, here comes Jiraiya in the background, and he's just like running from this crowd of people. And it's funny because it's like typical Jiraiya peeping and stuff like that, and Naruto's along with him because it's his master, and he's getting in trouble along with him, right? So basically, Jiraiya's telling him to run, and Boruto and Sasuke, knowing the situation that they know, and they're thinking it's like, I don't know. I don't think they thought it was Yurishiki, but maybe they did. Maybe they did. And they're like, "Oh, we'll handle it." So Jiraiya hands Boruto the binoculars, and they run off. And they're like in the cut behind like a little house watching, right? And the angry mob comes up, and they're basically saying like, "Oh, you all fit the description of an adult and a young male, adult male, and like a young, I think they said young blonde, yellow hair boy." And it's just funny how he just realizes like, man, this guy is just an old pervert, right? It's really funny. So afterwards, you have the little moment where Tsunade, she shows up, and it's funny because they're like over there watching Boruto and them in the midst of trouble, and then it's just Tsunade just appears behind them with those really red eyes, looking like a specter and stuff, right? And the classic Jiraiya, Tsunade relationship, Naruto, Sakura, Boruto, Sarada, like she just beat him down. Like they had this really little funny little moment where they cut away to black, and you just hear all the smacks and the slaps, and you see him with the bumps and stuff afterwards. It was funny. It was hilarious, right? Um, After they're like assigned to Boruto and Sasuke, so they're like supposed to basically be surveillance, and like lenient surveillance is what Tsunade said. Oh, I even forgot to say, you have this moment where Sasuke's trying to explain to the fifth Hokage like who they are and why they're here in the village, right, without seeming suspicious. And he's like, they're traveling performers. I'm like, man, Sasuke is just really slick on the sly, right? Like on the fly, he can just make up something, obviously, because I wasn't even expecting that, right? He pulls out the little ball and does like a little magic trick. It's like really funny. But back to what I was saying. It's like they're assigned to Boruto and Sasuke, and they're supposed to watch and make sure it's not anything funny going on because of the fact that. And I also didn't mention in the beginning of the episode, they actually like acknowledge the fact that Sasuke has left. Ganin has deserted the village and stuff like that. And it's funny because they just peer in on Sasuke's face and they peer in on Naruto's face, and it's like what's going on. Like they just briefly reference it, and I like that's going on. So basically, she has them watching them in a like has them under surveillance because of the given situation. And so basically, Jiraiya, he puts off the job on Naruto because he feels as if it's not really that important, even though little does he know it is. And so he basically leaves Sasuke and Boruto to Naruto. And it's crazy because at this moment, at the same time, Sasuke runs off too. Sasuke runs off too because Sakura is, and he doesn't really want to have that. And I guess he feels like she'll recognize him. I don't know. So Boruto and Naruto are talking to like Sakura, and it's just like so funny and like how much they act so alike. Like they act so alike is really funny. You have this little moment where Boruto is actually staying with Naruto. He spends the night at his house. They're like eating ramen, totally nostalgic. Like they're definitely one of my favorite episodes right here. I know I say that a lot, but this is definitely one of my favorite episodes right here. But I'm gonna end it right here. This has been my Boruto episode 129 review. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you for watching. I'll